Welcome to this short video where we will be talking about VMRay Analyzer's Splunk integration. Splunk allows you to aggregate, analyze, and get answers from your data. Security operations centers can use Splunk for a number of use cases like monitoring alerts and notifications, correlating information from a number of security data sources, and assisting in forensic investigations. The VMRay Splunk add-on allows users to import valuable security information from VMRay Analyzer into Splunk. Together, VMRay Analyzer and Splunk provide a wealth of information to security teams, allowing them to act on potential malware attacks. You can download the VMRay Analyzer add-on from Splunk Base. We've added a link to the download page in the description of this video. Once installed and configured, the add-on uses VMRay's REST API to retrieve information about analyzed files and URLs. All of this data is grouped into 7 categories or Splunk source types: sample data, submission data, analysis data, artifacts, extracted files, VMRay Threat Identifier or VTI results, and YARA rules. All of this data can be used to run extensive queries and correlations in Splunk. Now let's start by running a simple search query on the data that is ingested from VMRay Analyzer. For this search, we'll look for all malicious Word documents with a VTI score greater than 75 and set the duration within the last 24 hours. We can now arrange the results in a form of simplified table that highlights the sample ID, sample file name, hash value, and VTI score. Now let's dig a little deeper. We will pick one of these malicious files and look at all of the analyses associated with this file. In this case, we'll use the sample with the ID 283142. As we can see, there were multiple analyses performed on this file. We'll look at the first analysis. We can see fields such as the VMRay Analyzer version used, the file name, its hash values, severity classification, VTI score, and the analysis environment. This analysis was performed in a Windows 7 64-bit environment with MS Office 2016. Now let's look at the artifacts or the IOCs associated with one specific analysis, in this case the analysis ID 442898. This query returns the IOCs associated with this malicious Word document: domains or hosts contacted, files created, IP addresses, mutexes, registry keys created, and URLs contacted. We can see that this sample contacts the domain, creates files on the system, contacts some IP address, creates mutexes, and connects to multiple URLs. Let's take a closer look at the domains contacted by this malicious document. We'll run a search across all samples to determine if this domain was contacted by any other files analyzed by VMRay. And let's do this over a time frame of 1 week. As you can see, there are several files that contacted this blacklisted domain. As a next step, we'll create a clean, tabular representation of this information, which shows all of the files that contacted this domain along with their VTI scores. This is just a simple example of the kind of search and correlation that is possible with Splunk. Now let's take a look at searching and correlating a YARA rule match. Since YARA rule matches are also imported from VMRay Analyzer, it is possible to search for malware families based on these matches. For example, we will start by searching for all malicious samples with YARA rule matches. Let's narrow this search down to a specific malware family based on a YARA match. We want to see all ransomware matches over the last week. We can see there's a long list of ransomware samples that were analyzed and detected in the last week. It is also possible to search for samples with multiple YARA matches. In this case, we will search for all samples which showed a YARA match on VBA create file and VBA execution commands. This is a long list too. As we showed you before, you can create a clean, tabular form for this data. The table shows all samples with these YARA rule matches along with associated analysis ID, hash value, VTI score, and the link to the analysis. As a next step, you can create an alert and have an email sent out to your security team. This alert can be created on an hourly, daily, or weekly basis, and you can add multiple recipient email addresses. There are several other powerful search and correlation options available. As part of our research on the GandCrab ransomware family, we found it useful to look for malicious samples that create files with the extension .crab, a distinguishing feature of an early GandCrab ransomware version. The result is all occurrences of the GandCrab ransomware encountered by the security team in 2018. All of these search queries and correlations can be converted into automated notifications and alerts, which can be added to dashboards within Splunk. Here's an example of the analysis results generated in VMRay Analyzer over the last week. The chart shows the number of malicious, suspicious, and not suspicious files analyzed by VMRay. This can then be saved as an analysis results trend dashboard. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our channel for more VMRay videos.